pretending.
That theory doesn't hold water. Summers is dead. What can I carry him upstairs? And we know.
Agreed.
So much for Agatha Christian. Christie, though. Christie. She'll never last.
Of course, it could be one of us.
How?
Well, we all spent the night in that dreary little hotel. Any one of us could have rented or stolen a launch, putt-putted over here, Milton Summers, and then showed up for breakfast. No one would have known. Squirt of Visine in the eye.
That's true.
Except for Whitterly, of course. We're married and we sleep together. Unusual as it may seem these days.
But either of us can get in the other sleeping pillow down here.
Look at your big mouth.
So now that you've found we're all still potentially guilty, what next?
Well, maybe if we all say what's on our minds, we'll hit on something.
My mind's up.
Another drink, we know.
Good introduction, my dear Maxwell.
What about you, Mr. Benedict? We don't know what you're thinking.
Well, it's just,
Oh, come on, speak up.
if I were to say what's on my mind, I'm sure no one would agree with me. I've been trained to think in a different era of time than you have. If I were like my heroes, with their electronic equipment, I'd have gone back just before Jane was good. Before we went to search the island. Then, with this innocent singing device, I could have planted one on each person and overheard any conversation that might have happened with this. Innocent singing pen. Then when we went to search. Ready and go.
Which way is north again?
That way.
I wish someone would move this body.
How to use this innocent singing device.
For that peppy feeling, use blood bath every morning. Without being dead.
Wrong channel.
Thought I'd never get you alone.
That's Jane's voice.
I've got the plan. There better not be some talking over here. You know, stupid office will suspect something.
She's talking to.
Meet me in the living room. I've got the plans hidden away in a book. No, not here. Save the romance for later. Oh, all right, if you insist.
Those spies are all the same. The living room. That's here. I better conceal myself and find out who the master spy is.
Come on, hurry up, before the others get back.
What are the plans?
Keep your shirt on, I'm getting them.
God, we'll pay millions for those. Millions.
Here they are.
Perfect. Every missile site in the Eastern Seaboard. How did you get them?
The usual way. No one can resist my body.
The entire Eastern Seaboard?
In 6 days. I'm slowed down to death. Now I want what's coming to me.
And that's just what you're going to get.
I want the dough. This is no time to see it come.
Your usefulness is over, my dear. Now the plans are mine. All mine. But what to do with you? I know. The outfit. Those stupid authors will never suspect that Gallic is mixed up in this. They're too concerned with themselves.
So that's it. I don't listen to people. He's doing it to the poor child.
Good Lord, she's heavy.
He's getting old.
I'm not getting old. Just tired. Now down you go. Open comes the oven door, and on goes the gas.
Now for the showdown. The way I write it, I get the plans back and capture Rodney Duncan Master's spot. Reality isn't so different from imagination after all.
Now to condense these plans into a microdata. Oh! Did you find anything in your search of the island, Brad?
Forget the act, Rodney. Give me the plans.
Oh, right, Brad Benedict. But first, let me comb my hair.
Don't pull that innocent singing comb on me. See this?
Oh, I know all about the innocent singing cigarette lighter. I'll stop you fast enough.
So, you win, but you won't keep the plans.
Of course I will. They're right here. And they're mine. All mine. First silo appears to be Arkin. Oh, crap! My plans, good lord!
What's up this time, bud?
I killed Gregor. Someone from James. What are you doing?
Tying my shoelace.
Thinking the innocence of your shoelace. Stop this innocence of your wristwatch. Well, take this!
The innocence of your tie cuts. This is wrong. This is all wrong. And right this drunk. Really, Bruce. It's a good idea to say what's on your mind. Of course, Rodney may be the murderer. He's old and senile. He's my next fact. Stop. Every time someone thinks he knows who the murderer is, that person gets killed next. I'll just say no.
Mr. Benedict? Brad?
Oh, sorry. My mind was wandering.
You were just telling us that if you said what was on your mind, we wouldn't agree. Just what was on your mind?
Nothing. Not a thing.
Just as I thought.
Although I can make a prediction.
Well, make it.
Rodney, you're going to be killed next.
That's not a very polite thing to say.
Nevertheless, it follows the pattern.
What pattern?
I'd rather not say.
If you know something and you're not telling us, then you're cheating. We're supposed to be collaborating.
Oh, it's the first book I ever.
Oh, this is no time for narcissism. Why did you say I was going to be killed next?
Because you are.
Everyone is wrong about everything tonight.
Thank God for that.
He's dead, of course. Ask a silly question, get a silly answer.
A poison gas capsule set to a spring in his cutout book. The murderer knew that this was a foolproof way of getting to Brad.
But any one of us could have opened that book.
Not that book, honey. Brad's first. Remember Lightning Cube?
Oh, God, yes. That was awful.
Well, he did improve slightly after that.
The murderer knew that not one of us would dream of opening that book except Brad, and of course, he couldn't resist.
Marvelous moment. You're famed deductive mind works even when you're not writing this story. Keep going.
I can't think properly with this body messing up the living room. Since there are only two gentlemen left, I suggest they remove Mr. Benedict.
Where to?
How do I know? The others?
Well, Jamie's in the kitchen, Summers is in the east room, and Gregory's in the pantry. I say we put him in there, it's closest. Lift! Oh!